everyone. Welcome to another edition of Monday Morning Quilting Quickies. And you are here joining me in my very messy sewing room. But it is my favorite place to be. I absolutely love to be creative in here. And I have more time for creativity than I do for cleaning. You know how that goes, don't you? So anyways, today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy zippered pillow. And you can make these, and what we're going to do here is we're going to put a zipper in the back of this. Oh my gosh, look at all these little threads. We're going to put a zipper in the back of this. You can't even see where it is, can you? It's right here. There's a zipper in there. And I even matched the plaids. Ha! Love it. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. And you can do it with any size pillow. So for this particular pillow, this is just a pillow. We have these in the store, of course. And this one is 12 by 16. So what you're going to start doing, whatever size your pillow is, you're going to take the biggest, the 16 inches, and for me, you're going to go by a half a yard because you're going to cut out exactly the same size as your pillow. When you're doing a pillow, you want to make it exactly the same size. If you make it too big, it doesn't fill in really well. And if you do it too small, then it gets really tight like this, and it doesn't work either. So you're going to cut the front piece 12 by 16, just like the pattern is. And then I did a fun little embroidery on here. You can do whatever. It can just be plain. The other thing that's kind of fun to do with some of these is there's lots of panels out there that you can make into a pillow. Sometimes some of the fabric companies also have placemats that work really well for pillows. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to do this. So like I said, you're going to cut the front exactly the size of your pillow, which is 12 by 16. Here is another one that I did. So the pillow, I'm so used to talking about quilts, my goodness. The pillow top is then the 16 by 12. So this is what this started out here. So I'm going to set this over here. Now we're going to talk about the pillow backing. So you're going to cut what's left of your half yard of fabric or whatever into 16 inch pieces. And like this one here, I think is 16 by 12. And this will be for the bottom part. And then this one I cut by 15. But you can do whatever you want. I'm going to lay this down here and show you. I'll put these on so I can see better. Anyway, so we're going to lay this down here like this, and I'll put this over by my sewing machine because this other camera is positioned a little bit better for that. So we're going to put this on so that this folded edge, we take them, so these are folded, these pieces, and so this is going to be the bottom piece, and we're going to lay that's just so long as it covers everything that you need it to cover, and the top is going to go up here like this. Like this. So just so like the raw edges all match up. And can you see here, this top piece, I pressed a crease in here at about 1 inch. And you're going to see why I did that a little bit later. So now we also need a zipper. This is a 22-inch zipper. It's always easiest to have a longer zipper than what you actually need. So what we're going to do first is we're going to lay down our zipper. And what we want to do is put this top piece, the shorter of the two pieces. And we're going to line this right up along the zipper, like so. And then I have some tape here. This is called paper tape. This we have available in the shop, and this is a product by OESD For those of you that love the Kimberbell, this is kind of the same thing as the Kimberbell tape. And I'm just going to tape this on in 4 places, like so. Okay, so you could also use pins if you wanted to. Now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine, and you can see that I have a zipper foot on. And so what we want to do here is to move our needle a little bit over, because it has to catch on this edge of this zipper. But I'm going to start back here sewing, and I want this edge right up along the edge, the teeth of that zipper. And so I'm simply going to sew along this edge. Whoops. Well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with my bobbin, but I'm going to fix that. I'm going to finish sewing this down to this edge, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So you can see that I sewed this down, and then I just wanted to show you here on this last piece of tape how super easy this just comes off. And you can just sew right over it. Doesn't leave any residue. It's not really sticky. It's kind of tacky. So it's really great. So now we have that sewn in. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our long piece and we're going to do the same thing with this. And we're going to line this up. The same way and tape it down. So you can see that the fold, I have this fold, this is double layers of fabric here, and then I have this fold, and then I'm just going to start over here, getting it lined up. It's just a really long piece of tape. Don't need that quite that long. And again, I'm going to tape that down and keep the folded edge right along these zipper teeth. I'm going to use 5 pieces of tape on this one because we're dealing with the folded fabric. And I'm going to just put one more on the end here, like this. Okay, so we have all of this taped down like this. You can see, kind of looks kind of weird, doesn't it? And then you're simply going to fold this over like this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sew along that edge, right along the zipper. And as you're sewing along here, you can feel like the hump of that zipper. Whoops, I didn't mean to cut that off. You can feel it, and you just let this, your zipper foot kind of guide you along like so. And you just go all the way down. Till you get to the end. And then we're going to cut the threads. Oh my goodness. Could that be any easier? There it is. Now again, we're going to rip off these pieces of paper tape. Now this flange piece on here, you can make it smaller if you want to. I just kind of like it about 1 inch long so that it seeds down into the seams. So anyways, this is our pillow back now. And before we sew the top and the back together, you want to make sure and open the zipper up. Ask me how I know this. Well, you don't probably have to open it, but about this much. And then what we're going to do is you're going to lay this out like this. Okay? And then we're going to put the top of our pillow. Now I want the flange facing down. So this is going to be the top of our pillow and this is going to be the bottom. And then you're simply going to lay this on top of this. And as you can see, I've got a little extra here. I'm not going to worry about that till later. I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to have a little extra on the top and a little bit extra on the bottom. I'm just going to leave that for now. The sides are pretty darn good. And also I was going to tell you, when you're making pillows, whether you this is an embroidered pillow or just fabric, I use just a really thin piece of fusible batting on this back side. It gives you a much more professional finish when it's all done. I did the same thing with the plaid pillow as well. So I'm going to sew this all 4 sides together. And when I sew these, I sew the top and then I come down to the bottom and then I do the 2 sides. I have found that if you sew and then pivot and sew and pivot, sometimes it can get a little bit skewed. So if you just do the top all the way across the top, all the way across the bottom, and then do each side and just go over stitch on all of them. So I'm going to do that now and then I will be back. Okay, so here we have it. I've sewn, here's the zipper on the back, and I've sewn around all 4 corners. And then the zipper, you can see that when I went over like this, I kind of double stitched a little bit and went back and forth. I don't think the pillow is going to rip out or anything, but then you can just cut off that zipper. Nylon zippers only, nylon zippers only. Do not try any of this with a metal zipper. So then we have it like that, and I can reach in here and open up this zipper, and then we simply just turn it. I have a little tool here with a rounded end, big and little, so I use the big one to turn the corners of the pillow out. Now, if you have a shorter zipper and you still want to use it, you can do that as well. You would just have seam allowances and you would put your zipper, you would have to make a seam allowance and then you would have to sew a seam and then stop your zipper in there. So much easier, so much quicker and easier. And this is Quilting Quickies, to do it with a zipper that is longer than your pillow though. The other thing I'm going to show you what you can do here with this is, if you don't care for the flange on there and your zipper matches exactly, you can just zip up this. You could just do the same on both sides. You could just do the exact same thing on both sides. You wouldn't have this on here, and then this would be exposed. And you know, this is a pretty good match. This would be over here just a little bit closer. This is a pretty good match, it wouldn't matter. But for me, I just kind of like the finished part like that. So, I'll grab my pillow here. And when the zipper goes all the way across like this, gosh, it's so much easier to put the pillows in. You know, when I was little, these, under penalty of law, I really thought you would go to jail if you ripped that off. I'm going to jail. I really did. I can remember seeing that on the mattress and like, oh my gosh, go to jail if I rip this tag off. You know, it says do not remove under penalty of law. So the other thing I like about the pillows when you have a zipper all the way across is that you can get the corners of your pillow into the corners of your pillow cover so much more easily when you've got more area to work in. So you work those in, and the zipper's on this side. Zip it up. Look at there. That is cute. That is a cute, cute pillow. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it doesn't take any time at all. These are so darn quick and easy to do. You know, if you have an embroidery machine, this probably took longer, but all I had to do was switch threads. But again, you know, there's lots of things in the store that you can make some cute little pillows in no time. These are great for gifts or anything like that. There you have it. Makes me happy. All right, well, thank you so very much for joining me again on the Quilty Quickies today. On this Monday, we're going to try and roll out another one in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll be 3 weeks. The summer has been really, really busy for me, as well as I am sure it is for you. This is a fun summer project that you can do in absolutely no time at all. And I'm going to try and do a couple more really quick and fast things well, the summer is almost over. August is almost over, isn't it? Where did time go? But I will have some more fun things for you to do. So until then, this is Marcia from Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester, Minnesota, coming to you from my messy sewing room. And until next time, I will keep you in stitches.